My name is Richard Dunn. I'm a retired history professor. I taught history for about 40 years. I've been spending most of my time trying to finish a book I've been working on off and on for many, many years.
So Mr. Dunn is a delightful gentleman in his 80s. The beginning of his back troubles that led him to seek care, he had significant disc herniation, and he was referred rather quickly to a spine surgeon.
Since I had this slipped disc and surgery in the back, I lost my sense of balance. Getting up in the morning was a real agony because it just hurt a lot.
Ever since he had a back operation 2 years ago, his walking has become more and more difficult. It's changed quite a bit, particularly in recent years. I think he's a little more isolated than he used to be, a little less gregarious.
Feeling that getting around was getting to be more of a problem, so he said he thought I would be a good candidate for the Spalding program.
My next referral for Mr. Dunn was actually to the team at Spalding in Cambridge, where the team have been just outstanding, partly at the work that they do, but also partly, I think, around just being interested enough in the patients and not looking for answers in the imaging studies, but really looking at a functional approach.
Well, the Live Long Walk Strong program is a clinical care program designed for the prevention of falls among older adults and fall-related injuries. Generally, when patients come to the doctor, those conditions that they're most concerned about tend to be functional problems.
And we look at them more globally in terms of their physical function. So we're interested in knowing how the patient feels about how they're functioning and how that impacts their quality of life.
How concerned are you might fall when you're taking a bath or a shower?
Well, I'm always concerned when I go to a strange place to see if there's a bath mat.
Okay, okay. All right.
So I have some concern.
Somewhat. All right.
Especially since I've fallen in a bathtub, in
Okay.
a strange bathtub.
There you go. Okay.
In considering Mr. Dunn, he's an interesting patient in the effect that he is still very engaged in life.
But he fell on the way to the grocery store. He used to just walk down there, it's only 2 blocks away, and now he drives for fear of falling, really.
The fact that even doing that, leaving the house, while he can still do it, it is more effortful than it used to be, and it gives him pause. He thinks twice about it now, where he didn't before, because it is more effortful.
I realized that I just had to walk a bit better than I have been. I always used, in my youth, to consider that I walked faster than most people, that I would pass them on the sidewalk. But over the years, now everybody passes me on the sidewalk.
When those skills decline, that's a real harbinger for moving to an assisted living or a nursing home or requiring greater assistance. So if we look through the lens of mobility problems, it actually allows us to look more systematically at what are the factors that contribute to their functional decline and what are the ways we can help them best.
The primary care provider refers a patient here to Spalding to this specific program, and where they see Dr. Jonathan Bean.
And as specialists in physical medicine and rehabilitation, physical medicine refers to the management of aches and pains involving the nervous system and the musculoskeletal system. So we're real experts in addressing those concerns, and that's why physiatry care is particularly helpful in managing these individuals.
They specifically do some functional testing, some cognitive testing, and then refer either to PT or OT, or both, where we develop a comprehensive plan of care from the PCP all the way to the community to try to help these older adults improve their function and minimize their risk of falls.
Live Long Walk Strong is also deeply tied to community resources, where even after the patients are done with the incredible supervision and teaching that happens within its auspices, there will be further connections that are part of the discharge planning from the program so that patients can return to their own communities and make use of those. I think that it's crucial.
And so exercise is one of the best medicines that we can provide. Through our care, Lorna is working with him very close to perhaps design an exercise program that's appropriate for him, that he can feel comfortable with.
He writes,
This is where I spend most of my time.
and writing is obviously a very sedentary activity. In fact, that's his activity of choice. But he realizes that that sedentary nature of what he loves to do is one of the things that is contributing to his functional decline.
The functional focus on the patient actually allows patients over the course of the program to realize that they are actually capable of doing it, and teaches people how to do it, allows people to practice a certain pattern of behavior. Then when they are then let loose and return to the community under much less or no supervision, they're able to actually maintain that.
This program is very well designed to make the participant feel not only the problem, but part of the solution. And I like it. I like it for that. I feel more mobile.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And again,
So I think this program has certainly done something for me, and I think it's got me on the right
that's right.
path.
My most exciting outcome is the fact that you and your wife are going to go
Yeah.
to a gym together.
Yeah. Well, it's clear to me that I really need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff you want to do.
I do think this program is being extremely helpful to him. And, well, I think what it's doing for him is changing his attitude about how he uses his body. When he finishes the rehab program, he will move on. And he wouldn't have done it without having had this kind of medical attention and advice, which has been influential with him, much more than his wife.
Certainly think that this program is a valuable one for anyone in my sort of condition who's feeling that the ability to walk well has really deteriorated, and who's concerned about increasing immobility, and who, like me, doesn't want to go to a retirement home, let alone a nursing home, and wants to try to stay independent.
Well, it's really important to him to stay independent. He always says he wants to be taken out feet first. I think it's a male thing, to tell you the truth.
I'm thrilled that programs like Live Long, Walk Strong exist in my community. I think it has made an incredible difference to the functionality of my patients, to allowing them to remain active, and I hope the model that Live Long, Walk Strong has exemplified ends up becoming reproduced throughout the country.
The fact that the older adult population is the fastest growing segment of our population in society. And while they're living longer, they're not necessarily functioning better. And the fact of the matter is that we can develop ways of preventing that.
I haven't got to the point in life where I feel that it's time to go by any means, and so I want to be able to enjoy things and enjoy things from day to day. And I think this program is going to help me do that.